Actually, this that I'm using right here is Kinemaster, right? Boom. And you're gonna see how, well, actually, you see these things right here? These are stars, actually. And these stars, I got them from another app, and I used the transparent thing, right? So I went and hit overlay, boom, and it went into my pics, like whatever pics I have in here, and I wanted to pick the star, and the star is up there. If you can see it, it's actually in here. So I went and I picked the star and I dropped it in there. Once it drops in there, right, which I'm gonna drop it, but then I'll take it off. Boom, you see it drop the star. I stretched it out and I bring it to the corner to make that design. Well, I'm gonna delete that one right now. Boop, because I don't need it for now. But I'm stretching the stars all the way across. The other ones, I actually pinned them. They're right here. And if you notice, there's like a pin over here somewhere. See this pin, this red pin on the left-hand side? So I pinned them. So just in case I get off of this uh, app from editing, it'll still be there when I come back to my phone. Now you got to stretch them all the way across so it can actually stay. So I don't know what happened to that one, but it's somewhere over here. That one is that one. Okay, when we get to the other one, I guess we'll get to it. But you can fix them however you want. Right now, I'm just worried about stretching it all the way across the video. And this is like how you get your designs or whatever you want to actually be in the video to be stretched across the whole video. Because if not, it's just going to play right there. See, the video timing is at 3:31, so it's just gonna be up to right there. And once you play the rest of the video, see right here on the right hand corner where the tripod is at, it's gonna disappear right now in a second. Boom. So if you don't stretch the duration time on it, and I don't think there's no other way to do it, leave in the comments if you guys know any other way to do it. But me personally, this is actually the only way that I know how to stretch it out. So this is what I've been doing for it. But you see how long, like editing, a lot of people think is easy, especially if you're just dealing with your phone. Me personally, I like editing on my phone, and I love apps like Kinemaster. I think that you can do a lot with Kinemaster. Sometimes it don't grab right, and sometimes it will. Right there it goes. Because you're using your finger to slide the corner right here, the thicker yellow part. You just sliding your finger across with it. And you gotta tap it sometimes again, and it's gonna drag it across. And the main thing is like to grab it and drag it. I don't know why it seems to be getting stuck now. Okay, there we go a little bit. So once you grab like the corner correctly, it'll start dragging it the proper way all the way across. So bottom line is right now, I guess because I'm making this video, it wants to act up a little bit. But you always got to fight with it. This is something I go through all the time with this app. But once you get the hang of it and you're doing what you got to do, it actually works great. And it works out for you. Once it's done, you're going to feel good about the project. You feel as you accomplished something. This is the part of editing that a lot of people don't like. But if you take pride in what you do, then you actually gonna make your videos different. If you're doing something that other people are doing on YouTube or any other social media site, you want to bring something to the table that's different that they're not doing. So a lot of times, a lot of guys or whoever, they don't take the time out to edit their video, and so the person or whoever's watching on the other end can have a good visual. You know what I mean? Like visual content, like things that they seeing throughout your video, like, wow, that looks cool, or whatever. And they just come on talking about what they talking about. Hey, and that's cool. Whatever works for you. You know what I mean? This is what works for me. It's something I like doing. I like taking pride in what I'm doing. I look at it like that's my work. And if it's up there, I want people to be entertained and to be pleased with what they're watching, and not just see me up there alone, right? And it's cool. I mean, if that's what works for you, and you don't know how to edit, and you don't want to take the time editing, this is simple editing, bro. Like, very simple. Once you start doing it, you're gonna get the hang of it with Kinemaster and all these applications, and you're gonna be a pro. This is gonna be done right now in a second, and you're gonna see how cool it looks, right? I just added, I figured the stars, and I'll use the corner. It looks like more like something, right, with the yellow background, because it's actually not an overlay that I have back there. If it was an overlay, it would have covered the corners. So I noticed that there's like little points from the actual, frame around like your video. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't look cool. You can tell the video is laying on a back yellow part instead of an overlay. It's a background, right? And your video is actually trying to be the overlay of that. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't know. It's like, it's not an overlay, the yellow and black back there. But I'm going to make it look just like an overlay right now, because the corners are not going to be noticeable because I added the stars in there. You feel me? And I've been putting it up like that without no worries, but I just noticed like them little corners don't make it look too much like an overlay. Now it looks more like an overlay instead of just being like this, and I'll show you right now what I mean. Okay, if you look at the corner of this, it's like a little corner right there that you see on the left hand side, the very, very corner that you see the point of the black of the actual video. I mean, call me crazy, picky, whatever, but that's what being taking pride in your content is about. I think it looks a whole lot better like this. Boom. And even if it's uneven a little bit to the blind eye, it is very, very, very unnoticeable. We're going to try to fix a few minor things right here, right now. And then we're going to get into other tips that I have for you guys that are interested. And if you're not interested, then cool. Maybe this is not the video for you. And this will be the time for you to, you know what I mean, break out. But cool. Look, right here, we got to push this one a little back because it looked a little too thick compared to the other ones, but it depends on your eye. Which of your eyes is good, right? I think that has a lot to do with it. So this one was a little too back. Maybe like that. I guess it's just stop, because you'll go crazy also trying to be Mr. Perfecto with it. So I don't think we too bad there. I think it looks cool. Maybe the left hand side needs to come up a little more though. I don't know, for some reason the left look like nothing, and we gotta make it look like something. We can't be running around with it like that. What side is this? So is this? No. Why is it only grabbing that one? Like, I don't get it. All of them is not that. Here we go. That's what I wanted to grab, that top one. So you see what I'm just showing you, like, oftentimes we look for things that are gonna help us make our video, but we don't really watch. Like, we think that we're watching, but you're not watching. You're not paying good attention to what's really going on. You just wanna get an app and you wanna jump to it and see if it works for you, but you're not mastering it. And the main thing here is to master what you're into. You feel me? Why isn't that moving though, that top one? That's the one I want to make a little bit bigger, and it's not letting me get a hold of it. None of these. Oh, there we go. Alright. I don't know if it needs to be bigger or out more, but maybe that's too much on them. It looks kind of crazy like that. Alright, cool. Like, that one is too out now. Tell me no, guys. That one was too out now. Like, you're bugging out now. And it went back up. Why is it doing that? There we go. So a lot of times it could be the side. You see, if you notice, this one is shinier than all of them. Those other ones are like the darker end of the star for some reason. And I don't want to go through that whole thing of turning it all around right now. So, I don't know. It looks cool to me a little bit. If it looks off, it throws people off. I don't know. But I don't think that people are going to notice it too much, the size of it. I think people, for the most part, are going to be like, oh, that looks cool. But maybe I could if you bring it out a little more, it's going to look kind of wacky. It's not what I wanted to do at all. But, I don't know. Let's see. Should I? Here we go with this. Watch later, bro. You bugging out. Maybe there. I don't know. But I'm going to leave it like that because it's probably a little too much. With this point here, with this one, with the point of this one here. Maybe we could put it right there. It'll probably be good. So, anyway, that's that. They all the way across. The video is becoming a little too long. Now I'm going to pick a pic that I have to go in here, which is an overlay pic, and it's going to come in, and if I'm not mistaken, it's in my screenshots or in my downloads, right? In downloads. So let's check my downloads, wherever that's at right now. All right, well, these are my downloads, right? And I'm looking for bloods. These I got, you know, a bunch of things in here from different situations and videos that I have made in the past. So we trying to find bloods, right? So this pretty much looks like a blood gang member sign, but I didn't have to do it like right now. So let me push this closer because I want to do it in the beginning of the video where I actually say the word blood, and you're gonna see. So I told you guys I was gonna tell the story about my friend who was a blood gang. There we go. So we get to an overlay. Go back to downloads. Go back to the blood. As soon as I said that, who was a blood gang member, boom. Now, you tap on the pic again right here where it says in animation. You tap that. And I either can make it pop out when I say the word or make it slide up. You can make it spin clockwise. You can make it drop. You know, a lot of times it's good. Depends how you want to do it. But here we go, look. Friend who was a blood gang member that came from LA to New York City. Now on the way out animation, you can pick whichever one you like, either for it to disappear that way. So, story about my friend who was a blood gang member that came from LA to New York City and told me he was here to you get what to expand. So with that being said, you already know Kinemaster. I'll leave a few more tips on how to use Kinemaster, but for now, you learn how to drop in the pic, where to go to, and you learn how to do the, you know, how it falls into play with the in animation or the out animation. They got overall animation, like what it's doing is it's spinning around it. You don't need that right now. That's some other stuff. And they got chroma key. So maybe tomorrow I'll make a video on chroma key. Let me know if you like this video, if it helped you out in anything, and I'll make some more. But for now, I just showed you how I put up the pics in Kinemaster for my videos on the Lockout or Golden Culture. But this is Tech for Rec, and I use that here too. You already know Tech for Rec. We in the building. We here to teach you how to elevate and grow on YouTube and all these platforms. Let me know if you want to see more content like this, how I make my videos, and I'll be more than willing to do so.